Let me see. Peace and power, peace and power. Salute, salute, salute. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. The divine mind knows, the divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. As you come on in, know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space for questions and answers, comments, concerns, conversation, dialogue, building and destroying. Building and destroying. Understanding knowledge. Yes. A place of love. Your place. A place where we build on unity as we seek a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information, emails, social media, keep all that in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information, chats, funding apps, tag names, hashtags, and all funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Fund the war effort. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. No matter if you 5'2" or 8'1". Please. Funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Okay, if you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until they got you over the hamburger stand, cuffed up. Don't wait until you're on the highway, cuffed behind your back, take one to the jaw. Don't wait until it's too late, okay? Get an assessment, find out your triggers and how to de-escalate and think on a dime. If you or anybody you know is in need of domestic violence intervention, in need of an intimate relationship abuse consultation, please book an assessment. Please book an assessment. Find out everything you need to know, what you need to be aware of, okay? The warning signs, what behaviors should alarm you, the alerts. Find out everything you need to know. Remember, the life you save could be your own. Yeah. Class is about to start. Class is about to start. You see the time. I mean, West Coast is up. East Coast is in the thick of their day. Overseas, got their feet kicked up watching the Olympics. Preempt that. Class is in session. Yeah. We got a lot of tagging to do. Tag your classmates. Share on y'all social medias. Yeah. Build the class. Grow the class. We getting ready to go in. Somebody, anybody, please get to tagging. Yeah, somebody tag Lil Tony and Lil RT. Need some explaining to do. Yeah, need some explaining to do. Somebody tag the state of Virginia and Boar's Head and the meat plant. Yeah, get to tagging them. We need some explaining to do. Walmart, Aldi, Kroger's, tag them all. Yeah, let's get to tagging. Somebody tag DJ Khaled, the Desert Arab. If you are practicing your deen, if you are in Al-Islam, you know what a Desert Arab is. This desert Arab done turned into the desert Arab. So tag him. Tag Quavo. Oh yeah. Tag Quavo and tag Darius McCrary, Eddie Winslow. Tag them. We trying to figure out how he became a custody. Tag him. Tag him. Yeah. And y'all should have already tagged your classmates. Tag them. We got some work to get into today. Yeah, we got to get into it today. But before we get into it, let's see who's gotten into class. Yeah. Let's see. Blandon. Blandon in the building. First in line. First in his seat. And the first 55. Hold that, Blandon. 55. Bushhead. Tierra. T Green is in the building. Moo. What up, Moo? Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Moo, what's going on? C Blaze, the sniper. Get him, C Blaze. We see you. Philip, boom. What's going on? Yeah, Jules. Oh, Jules. What up, Jules? What up? Elusive views. Yeah. See, when you're tagged and you hit them with that personal DM, they get the class. Just like when you're knocking on the door, the parents send that letter home. Yeah, that little cutting letter, that truancy shit, they get their ass to class. I see you up in here. Ken Williams, what up? Cool K Kang. We see you. Zone 864. Classroom assistant. We see you. Hey, Ghoster. Bam isn't. Yeah, Bam, we see you. Uh-oh. It's the Grustler, the global hustler. Cuckoo, the bag of bones in here. Zurich, Switzerland is in the house. Yeah. East Elmhurst finest. Elmhurst finest. Queens in the building. What up, Grustler? What's going on? Yes. Antoine Rice. 55. Twan, 55. Got him, y'all. Got him. Marcus get a 55. Yeah, Haynes, 55. We got him back to back. Blackleaf, D-Stew at work. Don't get fired, D-Stew. Don't turn it up. If you turn it up, D-Stew, you getting fired because we going in. We going in. Construction Site Media TV. TT Santiago, 55. TT double fives for the double T's. 55. Santiago, 55. Yeah. Running around with Carmen San Diego and all that. 55. Jeff Sparks, what's going on, Jeff Sparks? A Wood, what's going on? Murder Gang, we see you. Lovely lady. Yes, we see. Uh-oh, brown girl from Boston is in. Yeah. Took a sabbatical from class to get up in here. We see you. Yeah. Uh-oh, music. Yeah, you up in here, Moo. Raw talk, real deal. What up? Yeah, you got a 55 and you know it. Uncle Murder, black and yellow, what's good? Capital, third letter C. See our power, huh? 55, capital. Yeah, we see you. We see you. Yeah, y'all up in here thick. This is Reels. What up? This is Reels in the building. What's going on? Keep putting out that content. We see you. We coming through. Every time we get a shot. Every time we get a shot. Matter of fact, we going live on IG, Mrs. Reels. Yeah, we getting ready to turn IG up. Uh-oh. Not Jay Rogers. Yeah, we see you. We see you. That's right, we see you. Terrence Butler, 55. 55, Terrence. I know you the one that's out there clapping in Crown Heights. I know it's you. It's been turned up and you ain't been in class Terrence Butler 55. Hold that. Yeah. Man, listen. We got so much to get into today. So much to cover. Derek Thomas, what's going on? Let's get right to it. Okay? Let's get right to it. So while y'all piling in, while y'all telling y'all classmates to get here, just tell them to just get in the thick of class. Participation, we going all the way in. Classroom assistants, keep y'all hammers clapping. Because we know it's going to be some bots coming through, trolls and all that. Okay? We getting ready to get to it. Yeah, Mello, get up in there. You better hurry up. You better hurry up. Y'all already know what we do. Y'all already know what we do. Y'all better hurry up. Mm-hmm. See, Mark Lewis, you up in here. We see you. Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's start it off. First of all, y'all seen it in the news. It's been going on for a while now. They've been trying to keep it quiet. Okay? They've been trying to keep it quiet. They've been trying to make it like a sub news story. You dig? Shit that they throw under your belt while they distracting you with the major stuff. But we all know that many of us have been going through this for a while, for a long time. Ed 1050 up in here. We already know, right? So now that they're talking about these Listeria outbreaks, Boar's Head, and this specific plant out there in Virginia, and people getting sick and unalived, is nothing new for many of us, okay? Many of us have been noticing the quality of not only the produce, right? The fruits and the vegetables. We spoke about it numerous times in class, but also of the poultry and the meat. We've been discussing this. It's not new for us. Many of us have been turned off for years, okay? For years. And a lot of us have, quite frankly, did a 360, changed our entire lifestyle, our entire eating habits, exercise, healthier living. But when we live healthy, when we exercise, when we get our mind and our body in a proper place, we are a threat to the established order, because the established order makes an attempt to control your labor, to benefit from your labor until the day you keel over. And the quicker you keel over, the better for them, because now that wealth of information that you have stored up in here from your experience and that wisdom, it's gone. It goes with you. You out of here. You understand? So they want you gone. They don't want you teaching people. And again, the longer that you're around, the longer you are here, right, in this physical and present form, the more wise you get. No matter how dumb you try to remain asleep, something is going to jar you. So whether you're 50, 60, 70, something is going to jar you. And again, you become a threat to the way they would like you, or the way they would like the world to perform, to move. So we've known they've been attacking water. They've been attacking farmland. They've been attacking fertilizers and ways that they've just been doing a number, right, on the essential that we need to survive. Now, we already know about the pandemic, and we already know about medical apartheid and all of those things. But when you take control of your life, you're eating, you're not eating, you're exercise. You understand? When you take control of that, you don't have to rely on them. When you don't have to rely on them, man, you have become weaponized. You are a weapon onto the establishment. You yourself becomes that weapon, which is why I always say everybody has different roles on the path towards liberation. You understand? Everybody's not going to be clapping. Everybody's not going to be busting their hammer. Everybody don't have that in them. But there are other ways that you can participate. So with them attacking these very specific essentials that we need, again, the slightest tweak in lifestyle, the slightest tweak, right? Just a little bit can give you extra life, right? Which is why every so often they come up with a new illegal drug, right? A narcotic, something that's going to alter your mind and your spirit. You dig what I'm saying? That's just what it's going to be. They're going to figure it out, right? From heroin, opium, which was been around for centuries, right? That nose candy, that cocaine and all that, yeah, long time, right? To crack, you understand? To, the prescription drugs, to the K2s and all this other weirdness. All of these things that people have been challenged with, and some have went through and survived. You dig? Proves, and I'm telling you, it proves that there's a plan, there's an agenda to wipe out a certain amount of people. So now, the produce, the fruits and the vegetables, they made an attempt to keep that quiet. But that was going on for a long time. I told y'all specifically what was going on when I was going in certain grocery stores. And yeah, Aldi is one of them. Now people ran to Aldi's, and if you don't have Aldi's in your area, you may be out of the country, you may be out of I believe it's just the Mid-Atlantic that have Aldi's. I don't know if it's a national brand, but Aldi's, Pathmarks, Ideals, all these little spots up here, they were playing with the refrigeration. So you may pick up blueberries or raspberries or strawberries, all of these fruits and berries that people have suggested that we eat and consume, right? Oh, y'all got Aldi's in the shop? Okay, so that's all the way out there. That's what's up. Oh, they got an Aldi's in Switzerland. Okay, so shit, it's an international store. Man, let's do the research to see who are the owners. Shit, might be old Bill and Melinda. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, you glad you don't shop there? But hold on. Many people were going there because the prices, okay, were so much better than our regular chains where they was just robbing you. I'm talking about for a little, what is it, 10, 16 ounce of blackberries or blueberries. You go to your regular spot, $4.99. You go to Aldi's, it was $1.99, $2. So that's how Aldi began to take off, even though we know that Aldi's was basically no frills. Like when we grew up on Pathmark, you go to Pathmark, you got the name brands, and then Pathmark hit you with the no frills. So Aldi, when I first went in there, because people was going in there for a couple of years, and I was like, what is that? I ain't going in there. So I went in there one day and I was like, what is this? This whole store is no frills. So I just walked out, and it took me another year to realize that, their fruits were much cheaper. So I would do better in there. But what I noticed, because the kid shops around, I'm everywhere. I am everywhere looking for the best prices. Why? because we were taught or we learned that us consuming fresh fruits and vegetables were better than getting the cans and stuff like that, right? We all started listening to videos from everybody, from Dr. Sebi to Supernova and all, well, same family, all that. Supernova Sloan and the other doctor. So everybody was definitely being very, very, very conscious, aware, and what they ate. So I was going to every store. But every store I was noticing that when you take the blueberries or the strawberries, right, or the blackberries or the raspberries, you take them off. By the time you get home, you would see the mold or they would start linking. Yes, yes, Leo gang, salute. Thank you, Dr. Africa. Right. And so, again, we were changing our diets, how we ate, how we moved. And I was noticing that by the time you got home, then you would see that these fruits weren't right and exact. The trick was for them to place them on these extremely cold, high refrigerated, those little things that they got in the store, the racks. And that would keep it at a certain temp. By the time you get home, you say, oh, that shit wasn't right. Because they knew we were checking. Then I got hip and started saying, okay, well, let me get this up off of there. And before I even purchase it, walk around the store and do the rest of the shopping, only to realize that by the time you got to the register, you caught it. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not doing that no more. You did? And then you had to get into a pattern of you making an attempt to shop early in the morning. It's the only time you may catch an Aldi where you may get it as soon as it come off and in, and then it would be okay. Now we're finding out that fresh produce was being recalled from Walmart, Aldi, and Kroger's. Peppers, cucumbers, green beans, and for those who love that seasoning, the cilantro. So those would toe up, right? Something from Weir's Farm, right? Those were the veggies. And that recall was in 17 states. But we were so concentrated on T45 getting that shit whizzing by his ear, right? And prior to that, right, we was concentrating on the war and all that, and bricks and what was going on in Africa, that a lot of people miss this fresh produce recall. Now, the people who missed it were people who are like us, right? Some of us were too consumed with the politics and how we were moving that we might have missed this. But you know who else missed it? Those folks in the hood that don't eat vegetables, right? So they might have missed it. So again, 17 states, Walmart, Aldi, and Kroger had a fresh produce recall. So we missed it. And just like some of us missed it and might not have gotten sick, a good population, right? A good number of the population still not eating healthy, okay? So they're not going to be affected by that. Now what happens? All of a sudden, Boar's Head, who, if you were like me, raised Muslim, raised in Al-Islam, never, ever, ever, right, consume pork, right, and not purposely. I'll tell you one time when I got porked by the Chinese restaurant, and that's when I knew and found out that, yeah, it was very real. I'll get into that later. I got porked eating beef fried rice at the time when I was still eating red meat. and looked in it, and it was beef fried rice and pork mixed into beef fried rice. Shit put me in the hospital. And I think that was before I went to the service, so it had to be 17 or 18. That was it. And most people don't understand that. They just think that if you don't eat pork for religious reasons, right, and you were born that way, that you should just be able to consume it. No, because if you was born that way and you never ate it, your mouth, the saliva in your mouth doesn't build the enzyme to break it down. So you're going to immediately get sick. That's just what it is. Okay? But anyway, let's move on. So now, if you grew up like me, the only thing that I was able to eat was red meat. So I ate beef, heavy beef at that time, lamb, and cold cuts. Now, most cold cuts was back then wasn't a large variety, right? Cold cuts were what they were. Some of them were trash, but Boar's Head was the bomb. Corey Grant, salute, much appreciated for funding the war effort. Boar's Head was, and really up until this time, the premier of packaged meat, cold cuts. That was it. You didn't go in any establishment, whether it was a supermarket. Well, that's all it had back then, supermarkets and delis. You didn't have all these bodegas and sandwich shops. That's another thing. We are victims of the current time. But anyway, Boar's Head was the bomb. You didn't play. All of the Jewish people ate Boar's Head, okay? All right? That's what it was. Now, all of a sudden, with a fresh produce recall, we now also have Listeria outbreak from packaged meats, right? Bologna, ham, you understand? Spicy ham, liverwurst, and they saying, listen, 7 million pounds, or I've read other spaces where it said 100 tons nationwide as of today. Nationwide. Because what happened, 2 people were unalived in New Jersey. 34 people hospitalized nationwide in 13 states from meat. Bad meat. You dig? Bad meat. Okay? Now, the 71 products, right, that are twisted, were made between May 10th, 2024 and July 29th. So that means all this. When they first did it a couple of days ago, when people were getting sick, they were still processing from this plant. Still processing from this plant in Virginia. Okay? Boar's Head, top of the line. Now, again, a lot of us were not and have not and will not be affected because we don't eat cold cuts. We don't. And if we don't eat it, many in our family may not eat it. Some of us may not eat it, but still give it to the kids. Okay? Some of us may not eat it, but still give it to the kids. You understand? All the meats, right? Meat, spicy, spiced ham, bologna, and all that other wild shit, the other kind of meat, and you cut the shit, it got the olives and the peppers in it, meat. Making 3 different meats on a sandwich. Big Swarm Diggs, much appreciated. Salute. Okay? Now, who's still eating the meats? I don't know. But they deep. Now, check it. You may not know what, the mayor in New York City has done and some mayors in other cities where we had this immigration process coming through what they wanted to call a crisis, which all of a sudden I don't see them out there no more. I had you guys sending me things, donating clothes and all that. All of a sudden they gone. Nobody, where they went. That's another story. But they got those EBT cards or whatever kind of cards they gave them to go up in these bodegas and delis and buy what they want. So what are they going to buy? The kids see what they want. And they want sandwiches and meats. So now, we don't know who they going at. They may be trying to knock some of the migrants off. Because they like that spicy ham and bologna and hard salami and all the meats that they might have been getting at a decent rate. Okay? And I'm going to be honest with you now. We know about this. We're watching the news. We know about this because we're discussing it on social media. A lot of migrants come and don't understand English. You know, English is second language, and they coming from all over. They coming from the continent. They coming from Latin America. They coming from what they call in the Middle East. They coming from Eastern Europe. They don't understand. They going in these bodegas, and all these bodega owners, they getting the meats. They may not get the meat directly from Boar's Head. They may get it from a middleman who don't know it's tainted. The bodega dudes don't know it's tainted. And they steadily making them sandwiches. And they going in there and they going to get Listeria all in the ass. Okay? So I don't want any of us, of our people, who still may be eating the meats, right? Because I see some of y'all. Some of y'all y'all still going to get heavy chicken wings. Y'all still going to get, I'm telling you, I'll be seeing y'all. Y'all think I don't? I see y'all. Y'all be running in them bodegas. Give me chopped cheese with, ham or ham on a honey bun. And they fry the honey bun on the grill with the ham and the bacon and all. I see y'all. You're going to get Listeria in your ass. All right? Leave them cold cuts alone for a good minute until they get their little shit together. Okay? Be mindful. I don't know about the schools and the church. Most of the public schools don't deal with Boar's Head like that. Not that I've seen. In churches, I don't know what the hell they're giving out. I see them long lines. I keep it moving. You dig? So again, just be mindful, and I'll keep telling y'all that conditions are going to build the liberator in you. It's going to build the revolutionary, because you're just not going to be able to do things and feel safe doing it. So how, with all this stuff going on, can you be high or be drunk? With all this stuff going on, dudes are getting bust down on the subway. Dudes are getting smashed in between cars in Harlem, just crossing the street. You gotta be on point. So these conditions, because we have these crazed, drunk individuals making policy and law and establishing things and calling themselves politicians and leaders, are building conditions where we're gonna have to take care of ourselves. So we got to be mindful, and even in all that good eating we doing or not doing, that this shit is real out here. Real. I noticed the change in my body when I was behind the walls, and my body just started rejecting any type of red meat that I had. You dig what I'm saying? Just started rejecting it. Then again, I found out when I was up top that I was becoming lactose. I found that out the hard way. In what they call the honor maximum security joint. You dig? Because of that, I'm able to get Chunky Monkey, Ben & Jerry's on the commissary. And every time I eat it, I noticed, damn, man, I'm getting toe up. Then I learned I was lactose. So your body and the conditions are going to put you on a specific path towards wellness. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to be a vegan or pescatarian or vegetarian because look, you can't even trust that. You dig? Because of how these things are moving. But I don't want you to panic. We just got to be mindful of our choices, mindful of where we're getting these things from, especially in Brooklyn, where we have a lot of fruit and vegetable stands and stuff like that, where they may not be coming from these, corporate spaces, and it's fresh, right? I get my watermelons. I know dude and them go down south to get it from the farmers. They bring it up, and that's that. I make an attempt not to rely on these corporations. So we have to do better. You have to know your body. You understand, and know what you're consuming, and again, not consuming. You dig? Matter of fact, before I even continue, because I usually do it, I have to send condolences out to the Kitchen family out in East New York and BK. If you are of my era and my peer group, you knew Wayne Kitchens, Springy, Wayno passed yesterday. So, I definitely want to send condolences and healing strength to the Kitchen family, Tiffany and his daughter, Bree, and the whole family. You understand? We want to envelope y'all, with as much of the universal healing that we can send. You dig? And again, of a certain era, of a certain age, we beat our bodies up, and because of that, if we don't get on our job to reverse it, you dig, we transition earlier than should be. All right? So, in saying that, y'all, be mindful of the products they talking about. Remember, these are them cold cuts. And usually cold cuts mean lazy or sandwiches. You understand? That's what sandwiches were. Sandwiches, lazy, lunchtime and stuff like that. Okay? That's what cold cuts are for. That cold cuts ain't a meal. They not a meal. That was a replacement, especially for us in the 70s and 80s. That was in between time. People made it a meal. I know people who would eat 2 and 3 heroes a day. I knew individuals who eat a hero and wash it down with a 40 ounce. You understand? I know people who get heroes and feed it to the kids. It's not a meal. It's not a meal. Okay? Trust me. Trust me. So again, be mindful of that bologna. All right? All that shit. Oscar Mayer, bologna. The ham. If y'all still eating ham, the spice ham, the glazed ham, the cherry flavored ham, out of pocket, the liverwurst. And that's what they talked about as far as the Listeria outbreak boar's head. And it's nationwide. So I don't care if you in Texas. I don't care if you in Montana. I don't care because it came from this particular spot in Virginia that the truckers push it out. And salute to my truckers. As always, salute to my truckers and the unionized workers, that's out there. Be mindful of them cold cuts, y'all, especially y'all truckers, because y'all eat 4 or 5 sandwiches a day. Okay? Okay, truckers? Boss head. All right? Just let it be known. And y'all that's still in Aldi's and Kroger's and Walmart got a big base. Y'all be mindful of the produce. They said the peppers, cucumbers, the green beans, all right, and that damn cilantro. Okay? Yeah, I hate bologna. I hated bologna when I was in Catholic school. And this little old fake girl used to always eat that shit in my face. I think she used to eat liverwurst and bologna, and she used to have the mayonnaise in the corner. That shit ruined me since I was in let's see, I was in Catholic school. That was kindergarten, first, second grade, and third grade. And this little peppermint patty looking old fake girl always had mayonnaise. And I'm like, ooh, man, it took me till I was an adult to even try mayonnaise. She's always having it talking. Yam, 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 yam. I was like, I don't know. Old face tormented me from when I was little. I knew I would never like them. She was just despicable. So I hated bologna. Hated the smell. I don't care if you fry it, do whatever. It was the worst. And she ain't help. I wish I knew her damn name and could look her up. I'll punch her right in her damn forehead. Ruined it. I mean, ruined it for me. Always had the mayonnaise in the corner. Like, can't stand that shit. Despicable. Anyway, so we got that out of the way. That was a long segment of class because I want y'all to, okay, be razor sharp with it. Watch what you're consuming. Watch the dates. Make an attempt to stay away from the meats. Right? Wash if you are in a space. You're supposed to always wash your vegetables and fruits. They're not even getting old the way they used to be. So people could keep talking that conspiracy theory shit and acting like it's not real. I want y'all to pay attention to your lemons, your limes, when you're not using them. Watch how these fruits and stuff is not molding the way they used to. They're just getting hard and drying out. And I'm like, I've never seen that before. Where's the natural mold? These things are not molding. They're getting old, they're getting hard, they're drying out. So again, but what are we going to do? Right? You get seeds, you're going to grow. You got a garden. Your ass ain't in the peas with a damn indoor. You understand? Garden. What are we going to do? We just have to be, like I said, take care of each other. And if people know where to get good produce, we put networks together where one is driving, one is taking the list, and y'all paying individual. We have to build our own institutions because they're going to slay us. Yeah, but even with the farmers market, essence, now we spending money with them old phases coming from upstate and making sure they good. You understand? I'll keep telling y'all, every aspect of this society, every aspect of these institutions, of this government has to be challenged or we have to pull out from, because at any given time, when you sit and you look, and I want y'all to be mindful of it, that you are in the system. You are benefiting it in some way. And if you're benefiting it, you got to find a way to say, I don't want that. Nah. Because you see where it's going, to fund wars. You see where it's going, to fund wars. You understand? It's hard, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. I'm telling you, the quickest way for one to be knowledgeable, to be conscious, to be woke, is to understand your political position and to understand exactly what you do, how you participate or not participate in your own oppression. That is the key. And it is very difficult because they have had this shit rocking and rolling. The machine has been going and they keep adding different layers on. until it looks like it's solid. Okay? Understand that. And then you begin to understand yourself better and you don't panic. You just realize the greatness in you when you rebel. All right? Now, talking about food and good health, right? And eating properly and teaching the kids to eat properly, we got the desert Arab, the desert Arab, DJ Khaled. Yeah. With his big old beaties belly. For whatever reason, somebody thought that it was good TV for us to see him open the refrigerator and him to have what appears to be a grocery store up in here. You did? Easy to see that he had a grocery store of different brands and different types of ice cream. Whole refrigerator full. Entire refrigerator full of different ice creams. And got his boy smiling and cheesing. And he want, which one do you want? With nothing but beaties all in his belly. So I'm looking, I'm thinking, well, damn, this son could be one parent short at any given time. That shit wasn't cute and wasn't smart at all. But again, these people are clowns. Straight clowns. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn. Can't nobody feel sorry for him? No. They can't do it. You understand? I don't want to hear no sad, no no damn hashtags, t-shirts, memes, nothing. Should he kill over? Because it's never the 10, 15, 20 years of you being unhealthy and eating unhealthy. It's that one last scoop. That one last scoop. That one scoop too much. And when that belly just rumble and all that other shit go straight to the heart. Because what is funny about that? You understand? I'm trying to, a whole refrigerator dedicated just to ice cream and different brands. And the boy is looking like it's okay and smiling and jumping up and down while his desert Arab father, the Palestinian producer, yeah, just looking. Oh, look at all this ice cream, all these different, I want this one and this one. In the time when the entire Arab world is at war, the little Arab children are getting maimed and unalived and starving. You understand? Famine all on the Gaza Strip. He's showing his boy that if you rock with everything under this United States flag, or maybe even under the Israeli flag, you, little boy, you gonna be fine. You can eat ice cream. While the people who you share DNA with, ethnic, supposed spirituality, is going through some of the harshest conditions. I'm saying, this is what's being passed down to his boy. Not through words, through actions. Through actions. I really would love to hear the conversation when his child come home from school and say, Daddy, we was there and they had Black History Month and they were talking about where they were from and and how proud they are to be black or to be African. Where we from, Daddy? And he says Palestine. And then his kid makes the connection. And you try to explain that away. I would love to hear that conversation. I would love to be the fly in the wall, to sit there and hear that. You understand? If he's even around by the time his boy can make that connection, eating all that ice cream. I would love to hear that. You dig? So to the Desert Arab. Yeah, DJ Khaled. Yeah. Greatest producer of Palestinian descent. Salute to you and your Beatie's belly. You're a great parent. You're smart. You got it going on. You. Yeah. That's right. You. DJ Khaled. You are the best. Keep up the good work. Now, as we continue on parenting and setting good examples, I would love to know who are the parents for this little boy here, little RT. Because when I tried to do the research, I just seen some raggedy mama. And again, I don't know how she became raggedy mentally and spiritually. I don't know. I don't know who her parents were. I don't know the conditions that she came from. But again, I only saw that. But I'm trying to figure out why that all these adults around this little boy haven't had an ACS charge. Okay, we call it ACS up here. Wherever he's from, it may be called CPS. But somebody got some explaining to do. Because this little dude, and I'm looking at videos now, they talking about Shorty was 9. He's 10 now. And some institution, some adult institution is allowing this little boy to drive himself straight to the pits of Shaitan's dungeon. And if you aren't familiar with who Shaitan is, Lucifer, Diablo, wherever it may be, down on earth, in the structure of the universe, you're setting this little man up for destruction. Because all that, where these adults are allowing this madness to go on because they're benefiting from it, because they're glazing their pockets with it, it's again, it is mind-blowing. But these are the same people that's going to sit here and say that it's okay for Megan Thee Stallion to twerk at a campaign event for somebody who's a presidential nominee. That it's okay for Quavo, and I'm going to get to him, shouting out. His family member deceased, unalived, at that same event. These are the people who believe that this institution, because you get to a bag, that it's okay. So this little RT, right? Little RT, supposed to be a gangster drill rapper at 10 years old. That's all I've heard out of his mouth and everything that I saw. But what disturbed a lot of people and was pushed in my direction was that they did one of those 20 verse 1 with this 10-year-old. And if you don't know what 20 verse 1 is, it's, I believe this is a podcast or a section or a segment of a podcast where they have 20 women or a group, I believe maybe 100, 150 women trying to be selected as 20, the top 20 to be chosen by a dude or chosen by a woman. You understand? Now, I keep saying, and I have to keep saying, if you have seen or if you know about, because again, when you're in this class, right, most of the people in this class come from a different intellect, a higher intellect, a different consciousness. So we not abreast of all of the hood shenanigans and shit that come about on social media. And we have other people, okay, who come through and are new here. And we have others who share this to people outside of it. I was thrown yesterday when I went to, my local physical fitness space, and I asked one of the girls, when you going to join my class? And she said, I don't know what you teach. What's your class? And I pull out the phone to show her the YouTube channel. And she said, I don't have social media. I said, you don't have social media? She said, no. I said, well, look, this is my class. She said, who's that? So when you come onto my YouTube space, you see welcome to the struggle. And then I think the first vid is of old Jermaine, Dr. Umar, when I gave him the business months ago. She said, who's that? I said, that's Dr. Umar. And she shook her head and was puzzled, like honestly puzzled. I said, you never heard of Dr. Umar? She said, no. Who's that? I was like, wow. Okay. So I said to my partner, your homeboy, come here, D. I said, D, she never heard of Dr. Umar. She's like, I don't know who that is. I said, you don't know who Dr. Umar is? You don't know who Brother Polite is? You don't know Captain Zariak? No. I said, well, what do you do? She said, I don't have social media. She said, the only thing I do is watch anime and cartoons. And I walk my dog and I come to work. So I keep telling y'all, 5% are going to have knowledge of self. Only 1% of that 5% is going to be active. As we sit here and believe that everybody's in the know, I'm telling you, that's why I press funding these war efforts. That's why I press sharing. That's why I continuously press us networking and getting together, because people ain't in it. They don't know it, and we sit in these spaces thinking everybody's in the know, and they don't. They will be thinking it's okay for Megan to twerk her musty ass cheeks in front of a whole bunch of people who are supposed to be galvanizing others to vote for this DA. I'm telling you, people don't know. I was like, wow. So she really didn't know. And I'm telling you, honestly, if you were to walk through wherever you at, your place of work, different spots, and I'm telling you, people don't know, but we take it as it's important, as a space that everybody should be able to have this type of information, know who's who and who's what. People don't know. So what are we to do, right? Then that pits us against each other at a feverish rate. Like, yo, nah, this one is lying, this one is capping, he's a fearmonger. And those who are able to do it and get these audiences based on them being supported by these other entities, it makes it appear as if they're winning and they're telling the truth. And that's why it's detrimental to the growth of us who are truly trying to be liberated. But anyway, people don't understand it. They never seen this 20 verse 1. I seen it. I was thrown back by some of, the dudes who I know should know better participating in it. Okay? But it is what it is. People are doing things for numbers and to get to a bag. So be it. The mission, the task, the true growth of the people don't come into play. But when you have a 10-year-old participating in it with 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and maybe even a 14-year-old girls, you dig, and it's facilitated by adults who really know and understand what this is, where you're setting up dates for children. This boy is 10. I don't care what y'all writing for him, what he's spitting out of his mouth, who y'all claiming he is. No, I'm not jacking it. I'm not buying it. The boy been doing this since he was 8 or 9. He has no true vocabulary. I've seen videos where they trying to ask him simple math and he was getting it wrong and didn't. So I know that he has no comprehension of what he's talking about when he's saying things like, she need to give me head or leave. You dig? She, I do this and that. Money, this, that, and that, spinning and all that. I know he has no true comprehension of the context of what he's saying. You understand? At 9 and 10. And he's doing interviews on these platforms and different podcasts. I've seen him do quite a few with O-Phase. So I'm trying to figure out, how are they paying him at 9 and 10 years old? And if his manager, this other cat, little Tony, right? If he's his manager and he's able to say to us, well, I can only speak for him. He's been this way. You understand that he says what he wants to say because he don't come from private schools in a good, clean area. He don't come from that. You understand? He's speaking on what he knows. Now, again, at 8, 9, 10, shit, you're barely good enough to be a credible witness in the court of law. So whoever this little Tony is as his manager, I'm sure you and the mama have a good, solid contract. And I'm sure you and the mama making sure this 10-year-old is getting paid fairly for this devilish work that he's doing. I'm sure y'all got a good account for him. Where y'all not taking more than you should be, because that would definitely be child labor in an ACS case or a CPS case. You understand? I'm just saying, you're putting this boy in unnatural conditions. See, y'all got it messed up. Y'all think poverty. Y'all think street life. Y'all think this commercial drill, rap, and crime is natural. It's a natural condition. It's not a natural condition. So when you got Lil RT moving as somebody who understands what he's doing, you're actually endangering the welfare of a child, because if he says something and somebody else interprets it wrong, he's in danger, because you got him spitting a whole lot of adult content. Now you have him in a space where you got 14, 13, 12-year-old girls in the mind frame of dating, of getting with somebody. That's sick. That's poisonous. Why are adults in the mind frame of trying to get into these little children's underclothes? That don't make sense. It's not funny. It's not cute. But somebody's facilitating it. There's somebody who's putting money into these podcasts and into these platforms. They are adults that's responsible. And if you follow the money, you're going to see who's at the top. I saw them telling you, because there's no way that this child understands what he's doing. No way. At all. At all. Gang language. Teen girls. O-Phase. He's sitting there and doing interviews, but not able to tell you, you know what I'm saying, what makes 4 times 7. give you the concept, not from memory. What's the concept of that? These children at 9 and 10, you talking about somebody who's not even in middle school yet. Talking about spending, talking about cash, throwing up stacks of money, and now you got him in a situation where he's able or believes he's able to choose girlfriends. That's not natural. No. So the adults are responsible for it. And if y'all think that this is just coming off the top of my head with some garbage, or that we're hating on a child or his mama trying to get out of her conditions using this boy, I want y'all to remember that there are lobbyists, there are politicians and lawmakers going to Congress right now because it has been proven that watching too much of social media for children is dangerous. This is why they want to censor TikTok and Snapchat and all these other spaces, just because the watching too much of it is dangerous. So how the hell do y'all think a kid is going to react when they participate in it? How much damage do you think you're doing to a child that's participating in it? Not watching it, creating it as content. If it's too dangerous for other children just to view, this child is making it. I'm saying, where's ACS? Where's CPS? I haven't seen the pops. Where's the pops? You understand? Because this is where we at with it. And if it's not checked, man, what is preventing little RT from becoming Lil Fulio or any one of these other individuals? Because this is what he's doing. Y'all saying that he understands. Y'all saying that he's articulating his conditions at 9 and 10 years old. So what else is he going to learn? What else is he going to know? Are you going to set him up for him to be an attorney? Are you going to set it up for him to be a doctor? Are you going to set it up for him to be a construction worker? You understand what I'm saying? Some type of engineer. I don't see it. Y'all pushing him into an industry that he, again, is not going to control. He has no control over what's going on, nor do the adults around him. They can't control this industry. We already know who owns the industry. Bagelmeisters and them. They're going to set the precedent. So sooner or later, he's going to have to be part of Grippergate if he wants to continue. And there's going to be no one that will be able to tell him after all this time that he can't do it no more. He going to want to be Grippergate. He going to want to bunny hop like Meek. Trust that. He's 9, 10, maybe soon to be 11. And I guarantee you, I could take him into any Nation of Islam mosque. Yeah. And take him to a class. And them 10, 11, and 12-year-olds will run rings around him. This is the danger. Where he won't know basic social skills. Where he won't know basic history. Basic entities of knowledge of himself. That's just what it is. And if y'all don't think that that's not endangering the welfare of a child, then I don't know who y'all around. So yeah, everybody who's had him on a podcast, everybody who's had him on their social media platforms and watch that and think it's funny or it's cute because you got numbers behind it, I'm telling you, y'all all are lending to him not reaching his full potential as a melanated boy. Okay? And to the old phase that's doing it, I'm glad y'all having fun. You understand? I'm glad y'all having fun at his expense. At his expense. I'm glad y'all having fun. You understand? Because I see the mama don't know too much at all. She don't. She don't. And there's no blame to her. Whatever her conditions is, again, somebody else was responsible in that. Somebody else was responsible for that. Again, I always tell y'all, this is science. There's an equation. Somebody has a shared responsibility in these conditions that we all suffer from. You understand? Yeah, there's a shared responsibility. We just weren't impoverished. Nah, that's a system. And if you don't allow those others who were responsible to share in the justice, to share in the punishment, to share, you understand? In whatever should befall them because of your condition, because of our conditions, then whatever treatment you get, it is what it is. I know why our people are in the conditions that we are in. I know why I made the decisions that I made. There's a shared responsibility. Y'all old phase, yeah, y'all did a number. And justice will be served. So to the people that got Lil RT, you Lil Tony, who claimed to be his manager, yeah, his mama, yeah, justice will befall y'all, man. Y'all destroying this little boy. Yeah. Unclean ideas in his head that's going to stymie his potential. Okay? I'm saying it's going to be real crazy. It is. It is. I won't want no parts of it at all. There are adults who are facilitating not only his behavior, but his belief that because of what he's doing, he's getting to it, that he's doing a good thing. Remember, I said it. Okay? Now let's stay right there in the folds of the industry and growing up as a child in the industry. Darius McCrary, Eddie Winslow, child actor who we watched grow up. Mr. Family Matters, Mr. Lizard Lover, Let's talk to him. Darius, Eddie Winslow. I never heard him say with so much conviction that he loves something or someone the way he just said it the other day. That man said he loved that powder. Well, I love Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Cola. I said, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. What? Now, come on now. Now, again, I did not, and I repeat, did not make an attempt to discredit him for his actions, right, with that community, because I know there's a whole lot of dudes, down low, up low, that engage and are who they are. That is what it is. And I definitely didn't make any video when he said matter-of-factly that everybody in the industry, every man in that industry has been approached inappropriately. He said, that's just a fact. We all have been abused. We all have been approached. We all have been solicited in Hollywood, whether it's black or white, whether you're male or female, y'all know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, he said that. Definitively, he said it. Facts. He said it. And we didn't go in on it because we understand it. It ain't no shade no more. The blinders have been taken off. Hollywood, black and white, that's Grippergate. Whole lot of penetration going on in Hollywood, casting couches, gagging and the such. We know that. And he confirmed it. But, hold on, homie. Mr. McCrary, whatever you want to pronounce it as, you said that you love Coca-Cola. Man, I love that Coca-Cola. What? Boy, you have now taken the crown of King Custody. Yeah. Absolutely no shame. At least Rick James had a little bit of shame. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. At least he said it's a hell of a drug and tried to laugh it off because he knew how it had him twisted up. Hell of a drug. Nah, homie, you said you love it. Love, definitively. Love is a strong word. Yeah, Darius, you said you love it. So that means you in it. Yeah, you in it, you're staying in it, and you love it. Man, hats off to you, sir. Man, I never heard that. And we ain't hear Rick James say it. We ain't hear Bobby Brown say it. We ain't even hear Sly Stone say it. We ain't never heard none of them say they love it. You, sir, said you love it. So hats off to you. Salute. You are now King Custody. King Custody. That's his name. We're proud. Somebody make a crown for him. Yes. Somebody go ahead, because I know they're going to do it, because I know my man Billionaire Boone, I know he's going to do it. He's going to get every shot of Eddie Winslow or Darius. He going to edit it. He going to put him in a crown. Shit, he might have dressed up as a king on Family Matters. And he's going to edit my words, and I know what he's going to do with it. He's going to make him King Custody. Yeah, because he loved that Coca-Cola. That's what he said in front of other custodies. Because you know them women is custodies too, but they not going to admit it. No, they not going to admit it. So, yeah, that's what we know. You see that? You see what they setting little RT up for? Right, they pushing them in the industry. In the industry with young people, you go up the industry as a youngin', you get grippergated, you can't deal with grippergate, you start getting that Coca-Cola and all them other things, and next thing you know, you looking like, what's shorty name, Brown? Yeah, Lando, you start looking like him. Yeah, they setting shorty up for that. From drill rap to Black Hollywood to Custody. That's it. I haven't seen anybody else do anything different. None of them. None of them. So that man professed his love for narcotics. I think he's 50 years old already. Got to be. He ain't too much younger than when Urkel came out. He got to be almost 50. Yeah. I knew Eddie Winslow was going to be a custody. I knew that. I knew he was going to be a custody because what they had him doing, the role. I never really got into that. I didn't like that show, didn't watch it. I thought it was kind of off. But when I did see it and watch it, I said, nah, that dude right there, something weird about him. Even the character. Eddie Winslow probably a custody. If they did Family Matters 2.24, yeah, he'd be a custody. That would be the storyline on the show because he was heading for it. Yeah. Eddie Winslow a custody and Darius is a custody. An unapologetic custody. Yeah, so he loved Grippergate and he loved Coca-Cola. Damn shame. All right, y'all. Before we get up out of here, and we getting up out of here. Yeah, we getting up out of here because it's been a nice, long, beautiful class. Yeah. A lot of information to intake. You dig? He was a custody on the show. Damn, TC, man. Ooh, look and see my class. My class be on it. On it. Don't worry about it, Big Red. You got a fat 55 coming your way. No need to explain. Anyway, anyway, let's get to y'all man. Yeah, I think he another custody. If he ain't a custody, he's a damn clown. Quavo, where you at? Atlanta, where y'all at? I'm not gonna get into that whole fiasco of that campaign event. Yeah, with Kamala. Yeah. And Meg the Bronco. Not even gonna go there. Again, people could do what they want to do, believe what they want to believe, think how they want to think, vote how they want to vote. When I say throat, I'm sorry. Vote. Yeah, because, Meg the Bronco always talk about throating something. But anyway, that's a whole different class. So now let's keep it 1,000. They did it in ATL, so I'm trying to figure out Quavo. Now, we already knew that he was rocking with her because a while ago, he sat there crying, got hugged up, had on his shoes and shit at the event suit and said that she was going to make sure new firearm legislation would be passed, especially after they watched Takeoff get his goddamn head blown right off his shoulders. And a lot of people in this class included, thought it was a sacrifice, right? Some type of industry sacrifice. And I said, nah. What's the connection? Why would it be sacrifice? Nah, I ain't get that. You understand? I blamed it strictly on these ignorant ass street dudes who is out there. But now that so many people are making an attempt to confirm that Jay Prince could be an agent, could be some type of letterman, right? Who steered the direction of the industry a certain way, maybe there's some connection to that. Because that shit Quavo said at that campaign rally, for me, was very weird. Especially when he said, that this is perfect place here. This, the birthplace of the culture. And I'm trying to figure out what culture. Definitely not hip-hop culture. Maybe he was talking about the birth of rainbow culture. And Quavo is not the birth of rainbow culture either. Though it's a lot of y'all down there. That's not the birthplace of it. Rainbow culture, we know, started in the caves of Europe. We know that for a fact. So I'm trying to figure out what culture. Commercial rap culture? No. Rap has been going commercial since the 80s. So I was confused about him saying that. But when he yelled out, and I'm going to use in the voice a Takeoff, and he said that and said Kamala's name, that sounded like a ritual. That sounded very much as if there was chanting, as if he was making that vocal call, you understand, to some type of entity, because Takeoff has nothing to do with that right there. Absolutely nothing. So now I'm saying, was that him saying that we did the job, that we have given you and sacrificed the one in order for y'all to do what y'all need to do in order to get this woman where she need to be, and that we are pledging allegiance. Telling you, shit look very weird. And I'm in a space now where, again, I don't believe in a lot of spooky stuff, but you have to acknowledge that others do. And because others do, they may manifest that and make an attempt to bring it forth. Right? We seen the Salem witch trials. They was believing that them old-faced witches and was burning them at the stake. And we know damn well right now that that wasn't official. So we don't know. But I know it was very weird for him to call out Takeoff's name in that space during that time. Nah, kid. Nah. No. You got some explaining to do, kid. Yeah, what did you mean by the birthplace of the culture? Of what culture? And why did you scream that man's name out? Yeah. That's when it gets weird and when it gets wacky. It should alarm you. You know? So I'm gonna leave class at that, man. Yeah, I hope y'all have been educated in this, what is really 87 minutes in. I really do. I appreciate y'all, coming to class, and those who were able to fund the war effort. I'm glad you did so. I also see a lot of my client base in here, and I know y'all need to start booking y'all damn sessions, and don't try to load me up. I got 8, 9, 10 sessions back to back. Yeah, nah, y'all not gonna do that. Y'all gonna get it in when you're supposed to, and don't hit me when it's too late. I already got 2 people calling me from in the hoosgal, from behind the wall, talking about, nah, man, give them the tablet back. That's why you gotta keep sessions consistently so you don't get triggered. Now what? Nah, don't do that. We not doing that. Keep your sessions consistent. Get them in, okay? Get them in on the regular, okay? So we can stay in a good space. All right? You dig? So again, all of my classroom assistants, much appreciated for holding it down, okay? Much appreciated for holding it down. All right? All of you, make sure you come back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. All right? Be safe out there. I just seen some wacky stuff come through on Citizen app. Dudes is chasing chicks through the subway. What is going on? Broad daylight, y'all wilding. All right? So make sure y'all on point out there. Remain militant, remain soldiered up. All right? Don't play no games. Guard your mind. Remember that. Guard your mind. Don't believe in me, believe in my belief in you. Because I know your potential. I know your potential. You got the potential to be greater every minute, every 10 minutes, every hour. You have the potential to be greater, to learn something you didn't know, and to move towards liberation. Every minute, you got the potential to be greater. You dig? And y'all, I'm 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.